This video will show you how to put back together or reassemble a Kenmore Elite or Kenmore 90 series dryer. Safety first, always disconnect power before servicing any electrical appliance. And remember, the internal edges of these parts, once you take a machine apart, are very sharp and will cut you and cause serious injury, so be very careful not to get cut.
Okay, before I install the belt and the drum together, I want to show you just with the belt what it looks like for the routing going around the tensioner pulley and the motor and of course the drum. If I put the drum in at the same time, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing in here. The belt will be around the drum up here, of course, and then what you're going to do is the back side of the belt, you're going to reach in and make sure that it goes underneath this pulley like this, okay, and then you're going to lift up and over on the tensioner arm and then hook it onto the pulley of the motor, and then of course the drum will still be get a little more tension on there. The drum will be in here like this, and this will be pulled further up, this will, so it's not making contact. But that's how you put the belt on and how it loops around. The back of it goes underneath, push that little loop through, lift up, and then push that loop onto the pulley of the motor. And that's how it goes. Okay, now I don't know if you can see that good enough there or not, but I hope that was a good enough showing of it. But that's what we're going to do. And you're going to be basically blind doing that when you're putting the drum in. So let me go ahead and reset the camera where I can stand back and show you reinstalling the drum with the belt, because you have to basically do it pretty much at the same time. Okay, now we're ready to start putting this dryer back together. And the first thing we're going to do is install the drum. And of course, to get the drum in, I'm going to put the belt around it first, or leave it around it, and get the drum in place and then attach the belt. So to put the drum in place, slide it in between these notched out areas and then go straight back into the cavity here. And then this lip of the drum is going to sit on those support wheels there on the back bulkhead. So just slide it in, set them on the wheels, make sure it's in place, let the belt down, make sure it's straight, align it back where it was before. Now I'm ready to get in there and put the belt around the tensioner and put it in place around the motor pulley shaft. And to do that, I'm going to let my arms go in there, basically lay down to do it. You can't see exactly what I'm doing in here, but I showed you on the video previously how I was going to wrap it around the tensioner and then hook it onto the pulley. You have to lift that tensioner up with a lot of pressure there to get it far enough to loop the belt onto the pulley of the motor, which I've just done. Okay, make sure the belt is, of course, with the ridges facing towards the drum. And that's it, it's in place. Now to make sure that everything's good and straight, I'm going to hold the drum up a little bit and make sure that the belt is aligned all the way around. And that's all there is to that part. Next, we're going to install the front panel. Now when installing the front panel, when we took it off, there's a clip here that was holding this part, the air duct, onto the blower housing. And with it like it is right now, it'll be hard to get it on there, so I always move the clip over out of the way and then put it back after I get done. So just get one of your tools, hammer will do, or anything, and just kind of tap it over. So that it's out of the way. Install the panel. When I go to do this, I'm going to set it there first. There's two drum supports on this side of the panel. I'm going to catch them underneath the drum, of course, and then set where these mounting screws go over these little mounts. So, like that, get the drum on, lift up, and then just set it right in place. Now that I've done that, the holes aligned, the whole thing's in good alignment. Go ahead and put these screws back in place. Like I said, there's one goes here and here. There's another one goes here and here. Go ahead and put these on top first. Just get them started. And then zip them down with the tool there. Okay. Get these on the front knocked out. And one more. Kind of out of room here so you can see what I'm doing. Working in a tight space today. Okay. Alright, now that all four of those are back on, next I'm going to move that clip back where it goes. I just realized you probably couldn't see me doing that clip, so hang on a second. Change the camera. Okay, I readjusted the camera. I realized that you probably couldn't see that clip being moved over a while ago. All I did was tap like this. The clip used to be here. Now I moved it over there. Well, now that this is back installed, I need to tap it back. And it's hard to get a hammer in there to tap it from that angle, so I put a screwdriver there and use it. Make sure this is bent a little bit forward. Actually messed it up, so. Now when you're tapping it back this way, this clip needs to be bent forward just a little bit so that it doesn't go underneath the air duct, but goes on top of it, pushing it in. So this time I'll be a little more careful. There we go. And there it is in position where it was before. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is reattach this wire. And again, I think I better move the camera so you can get a better look at what I'm doing. Okay, I got my camera situated here so I can get you a good look at where this wire goes. It's still kind of hard to see, but you take this little wire with the clip on it, and right under here in this little corner where the air duct is, there is a spade terminal that this came from. Move some of that insulation out of the way. There it is right there. It's way up in there. It's kind of hard to see. It's right next to this one that has a grounding wire on it. And all I need to do is attach it back to that spade terminal. So here it goes. And now it's on there where it belongs. That's where it came from. That's where it goes back to, of course. Okay, now that all was done, the next step, I'm on the left front corner here of the dryer. And I want to reattach the wires that we took apart earlier when we were taking the machine apart. This wire that comes off of the light bulb They only can go together. Those clips are unique, so reattach those. And if you remember right, I remember on this one, the white wire was clipped on this terminal over here on the far left side of the door switch. Attach it there. The blue wire was attached over here on this side. So I'm going to reattach those. Now the wires are reattached, so it's ready at this point to continue with putting the machine back together. Okay, we're almost done putting this dryer back together. Next I'm going to do is put the bottom panel on and then the top panel. Excuse me while I grab the back panel here. Now this top panel, the clips on it, if you remember, were on the top part, and then there's two little holes in the bottom of the panel. Those holes just go onto these bottom mounting clips through the holes. Once they're both aligned, just tilt it up, and these clips, just mash it in and they'll lock in place. Pretty simple. Okay, so that's the bottom panel. Now we need to put the top panel back on. Excuse me while I grab it. Okay, on the top panel, I'm going to put it back on the same way it came off, of course. And that would be with these mounting holes for the panel towards the back wall there. And I'm going to switch over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it right here at this panel. Give it a little tilt back so it slides under it real easy. I'm going to make sure on the front here there's a clip here and a clip here that need to catch on the top panel. So I want to make sure they're catching, which they did, and then just slide it in place. The front is attached. There's 3 mounting screws that we took off earlier there. I'm going to reinstall those. Well, this machine seems to be missing, oh here it is. Here's the paperwork right there. That's the tech sheet if you ever need to refer to it for doing a repair or something. Okay, got all 3 of those screws in place. Let's go ahead and lock them down. And we're almost done. The next step is to tilt this forward. Now as it comes forward, make sure these wires don't hang up on this back panel. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure these 2 little clips on each side go in these holes so everything aligns. So I have to lift up a little bit so it hinges easily. Set it back down. Okay. And then make sure those little clips fall into those holes, which you just did, and then push down a little bit and then back a little bit so everything's in place. Now we're ready to reinstall the mounting screws that hold the panel down. One goes here. Phillips head screwdriver. Okay. One goes here. Okay. Very simple. Now the trim pieces, the last part of this job. There were 2 of them, of course, one for each side here. There's a little plastic tab there. You want to put it in that little slot right there. And just tilt the whole thing back and snap in place. It's real simple. Put that little tab in there where it goes. All snaps in place. Now this dryer is back reassembled and ready to use.